Alright. Guess we're here. We're here. We are here. Okay, hello. On this little old Monday night of ours. So we got Mince. Mince, thank you for showing up on our little Monday stream. We got missed the past streams. Oh well, that's fine. God, I'm such a terrible streamer / YouTuber. I haven't archived anything, but that's totally fine. There's just copyright strikes on some of them that I'll have to sort out. But I will have those in soon as I can. But yeah, welcome in. Oh, you're basically going to be carrying the chat for a good minute, Mince. I hope you can do that. I'd appreciate it if you could stick around for a while, but you know what? Hey, if you got stuff to do, you got stuff to do. That's okay. We got Nintendo's Witch. Oh shit, Bayonetta's in the chat. I know I'm most likely addressing a bot here. Cheeks clapped in Yu-Gi-Oh? Oh shit. What's the deal with that? I think I saw like on Steam something like Master Duel. Is that the mobile game? I'm struggling to remember at this point. Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh. What a time that was. Whereas I was like somewhat interested in the original series. I watched a good majority of GX, and then I somewhat heard about... Well, I did watch a few episodes of 5Ds, I do remember that. And then Yu-Gi-Oh! Ceased to exist for me. And then when I come back, it's fucking Zexal or some shit. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I've been away for too long. Everything looks weird. And yet it's still Yu-Gi-Oh! So it's looked the same. Came out on PC though, and it's fairly decent. Oh, is this wait, hang on a minute. Oh, this is different from the... Wait, cause what's the mobile one called? What's that one called? Duel Links. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was trying to remember what's the difference between the two. Okay. Master Duel. What do we got here? What do we got? Is this new? Released a few days ago. Well, I'll be damned. It's new. Interesting. I don't know if I'd ever give Yu-Gi-Oh! A shot again, but neat to know. Nice to see that's still doing well enough, I suppose. Well, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! That's just gonna survive no matter what. And good for it. What's happening in this story? Oh, man. Oh, I don't remember the last time you came in. But you know what? Hey, let's get into it, and I can try to explain things here. And hopefully things will run better this time. You came in when gun? That's understandable. So you didn't miss too much, I don't think. Yeah. Dude was gonna Persona 3 himself. Turns out, someone did it for him. And we have no idea who it was, except the two robbers that we saw in, like, black and shit. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna close all this. I was watching some anime earlier, but I gotta close all these tabs. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, I think we're all good to go. So, what happened? Pawnbroker, shot to dead. Sholmes, shot to hospital. Iris, devastated. Susato's leaving because of some shit with her father. Alright, dad's like super sick and some shit. Don't know what the cause of that is. And Naruhodo is just still the same. And our and Gina, our thief friend, has been claimed as the murderer. Yep. That's where we're at right now. And unfortunately, some shit was happening with how the stream was running like 2 days ago, and so there were problems there. So hopefully things run better now. I'm also watching the stream on my phone, and it seems everything's just way faster. So that's what happens when you fuck around in OBS. You love to see it, ladies and gentlemen. You love to see it. So we don't have too large of an audience. What's the name of the sidekick girl in the kimono? They done the truth bomb some girl in jail. Okay, so you remember that shit. Yeah. Susato, motherfucking P. MVP of this team. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So what happened was, Gina talked about the shit that happened in case 3, about the things we already could have guessed, that shit was a lie. Our Irish man, who was not voiced in an Irish accent, was fucking deceitful and shit. He took a disc off of the dude and deposited it to the pawnbroker months in advance before the events of this current case. And Gina went along with it because McGilded was like, I can rip your livelihood away from you. And just like that, lickety split, because that's what happens when you're big money riches. What else? Yeah, so now Gina has signed the representation papers, so we can now represent her in court. And I believe we stopped in the midst of some investigation. Thank you, Susato. All right. It's a cool story. It's very solid. All right. Fuck. All right, cool. Let's get back into it. We must make a thorough investigation. Yes, of course. And we will. Behind that door, that's the real scene of the crime. Don't worry. If there are any clues in there, I'll find them. Okay. This is plot important. I do remember this from the last time I played. I'm gonna look at this desk. There's the article ledger here, and Mr. Windibank's notes, and... What's this? It looks as though someone has left a little photographic print behind it. Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me giggle, because it's a cute little cat. Oh, look at the back. There's some writing. Is there? Oh, show us, Susie, show us. 15th February, 10:30 p.m. Article deposited one gentleman's overcoat. Loan amount paid, £1. Redemption deadline, 15th April, 10:30 p.m. A gentleman's overcoat pawned for £1? Clearly it is a very fine coat. In fact, I think... Yes, this must be the ticket for the overcoat that Ginny redeemed yesterday. And is still wearing, which belonged to McGilded. I would have never expected the redemption ticket to be handwritten on the back of the photograph, though. It seems Mr. Windibank just used whatever piece of paper he happened to have at hand. Which was this conspicuous picture of a cat. Alright, I don't know how he runs his business, so fuck it, it works for him. But this photograph of a cat, it looks very familiar, doesn't it? I'm sure I've seen this exact same picture somewhere else recently. Oh, yes, you're right. Very recently. It's the same as the one Ginny gave us earlier. Of course. I was forgetting that she gave us that print. Well, what are you waiting for then, Mr. Naruhodo? Get it out! Alright, at least buy me dinner, Susato. Shit. Alright. Let the cogs turn. Oh. It's nearly the same. Okay, Susato says it's exactly the same. Fuck me. Yes, they're exactly the same. Oh. Here comes some new challengers. Kari and Madison. Welcome to the Great Ace Attorney. We're back in this bitch. I was just explaining what Mince missed last time. We have ourselves 2 cute cat pictures, and we're gonna put them side by side and see what's the dealio. I've got it. These 2 photographs hide an amazing secret. A secret? What does she mean? You must tell us, Iris, at once. Do you really want to know? Your friend's life is on the line, Iris. Stop holding out on us. Yes, we need you to tell us all you know about these pair of photographs. Eventually. I was like, get on with it. Oh, of course. He's still hospitalized. You're not gonna see him for a good minute in this case. I'm so sorry. You'll have to settle for little old Iris and our Japanese couple. So, Iris, about these 2 photographic prints. Yeah, he was shot. He was shot in the cutscene. Wi-Fi is good today. Oh god, No, I'm hooked up. Oh, your Wi-Fi. Okay. There was a cutscene. Sholmes was shot. The robbers got away and shit. It happened. Super happened. You didn't see it? You can very much look it up online. Like, actually. Expeditiously. It's expeditiously, my brother. Sister. Fuck it, hold on. Quick detour. We need to see a man get shot for a second. 10-minute break. Well, it isn't even gonna take 10 minutes. Hold on. The desire to see rises exponentially. Okay. I don't know. Are the cutscenes in the... Hold on. I don't... It's been a minute since I've been over here. Hey, godlike. Wait. Is this different? Oh, this is different. Then what's... Oh. Wow. Oh, wow. Male hairstyles during the period, Meiji Japan, were nowhere near as diverse as they are today. They were either cropped short, side-parted, or swept back. I wrestled with various options to create something that was realistic and faithful to the period, and to Ryunosuke's personality, whilst being suggestive of his descendants' manga-style hair. Huh. Interesting. It's like looking at Apollo Justice and Phoenix combined. The top knot pony is kind of cute. Oh, you mean like I'm guessing you're talking about the one, the top knot pony. Yeah, the one in the middle. Huh. Does Phoenix wear glasses in later games? No, Edgeworth wears glasses in later games. But, hold on, we can zoom in and shit. Yo, what a detour this has turned out to be. Huh. Right. Kari was trying to see a man get shot. I understand. We'll go through this after we're done with both games. Short extras. This is not. Wait. No. And that's the. Do they not have the cutscenes? I could have sworn they had the cutscenes. No, we just don't have the cutscenes. That's a shame. Maybe they show up later. Okay, take my word for it. Mans was shot and said, "Go on without me. Get the culprits," but he didn't get the culprits. Yeah, you go to YouTube. It's like a minute. It's totally fine. Okay. Alright, back at the beat. The one we found here on Mr. Windibank's counter, and the one Gina gave us before. What is this amazing secret you mentioned that's hidden between the two incidental prints? Actually, that's not quite right. Sorry? If you look carefully, the two prints aren't the same. Not exactly. You lied to us, my goddess. Why would you lie to us? They're not. Have another look at them now. Yep. Can you see that they're just slightly different from each other? I think so. It's very subtle, though. But what's the reason for the subtle difference between the two prints? Oh, well, it's because they're a set, you see. No, I don't. This pair of photographs is meant to be used in a stereoscope. Everyone in London is raving about them at the moment. A stereoscope. Why do I feel as though I've heard that word before recently? Oh, yes, that's what Mr. Sholmes showed us yesterday. You see? There it is, just over there. Yes, of course. That magical machine that makes pictures look almost real enough to touch. Well, actually, it's quite possible to see the same depth of pictures even without one of those contraptions. What? Really? Do you know how a pair of flat photographic prints can appear to have any depth in the first place? No, I have no idea. Oh, wonderful! Then I'll be able to tell you. Reveal to us your secrets. Drugs. Soon, you take enough drugs, your little white cats will be able to be visible in real life. And just do a whole bunch of LSD, hold up your pictures like this, and just go, wow, I own a cat. Sensational, sensational. She's over the moon, bless her. Smoke meth and the pictures fly off the page. We can play with Frosty the Snowman in old England. Oh, what a joyous day this is. Should we let her explain, though? We really need to carry on investigating the scene. I, for one, simply have to know. Alright, kids, here's your homework before the case does it, or the court scenes do it. Pray tell, Iris, how do the prints work? Have you ever considered, Runo, that okay. How our eyes see depth in the world around us? Well, I just opened them and it works. But the reason it works is because we have two eyes. 2 eyes. Shocking. If you try closing just one eye at a time, I think you'll see straight away. What you see with your left eye, and what you see with your right eye. Even with one eye open, I should still be able to see Iris, even just a little. She's a ghost! Are ever so slightly different. You get a different view with each eye. Yes, the position of objects seems to shift slightly. Exactly. And in your head, your brain uses that shift to estimate depth as it merges the two views into one. That's how we can sense depth in everything we see. My brain really is amazing, isn't it? It does so much without telling me. That's what we call neuron activation. Ah, I think I see. So the pair of photographs consist of a left eye view and a right eye view. Is that right? Oh, well done, Susie. You're so quick. So, if you can persuade your brain to merge the two pictures together in your head, you'd be able to see depth in these prints? Yes, Bruno, you're beginning to understand. What case number is this? Is the last one of the first game, so this is case 5. And a stereoscope's function is to act as your brain and allow you to do just that? Yes, but... You used to play those acts. At where? At where? Reveal to me. Where? Where did you play them at? As long as you have 2 images, 2 eyes, and 1 brain. Oh, all this time. Oh. It was an abbreviation. I was wondering at where? Where did you play them? Where are they at? You can actually do it yourself without needing a stereoscope at all. You can? Really? But how? Let's try it. Let's see if you can view this pair of prints without the help of a stereoscope. At your maid's house. Oh, shit. Anyway. Oh, yes. I'm dying to have a go. Susato-san really loves this kind of thing. You need to be able to cross your eyes. That's the main thing. Can you both do that? Cross my eyes? I think I can. Watch me and see if you can copy. Witch! Witch! Where's the gun? Make your eyes do this. Alright, let me try. Oh god, she's about to be taken over. Are you ready, Mr. Naruhodo? Ooh. There, how's that? Wonderful. Now it's your turn, Runo. The trick is to concentrate on looking at the bridge of your nose with both eyes at the same time. Is this like an audience participation thing? Are we about to be assimilated? This is the part where the aliens come in, right? Fish-eyed hose. The most adorable fish-eyed hose you've ever seen. Not exactly an easy task when two people are staring at you cross-eyed. My fucking thoughts exactly. This shit's weird. Alright, that's enough practice. Now let's try looking at the prints. Start by staring at one print and slowly crossing your eyes. Ooh. You should see two overlapping images, like this. You gotta take a break? Understandable. That's cool. You try it now, Runo. I'm just going to have to give it a try, I suppose. Right. Well, I mean, like, an easier way of doing it is just like doing this, and then you keep staring at your finger, and eventually the closer it gets, your eyes just automatically move to it, until there. You got a cross-eyed hoe like me. He didn't even do it. Oh, it really was supposed to. It really was supposed to be an audience thing. Too funny. Did the print split into two images for you? Now the next step is to put the pair of prints side by side like this, and then try crossing your eyes again. Did it look that awful? Until the cats do the fusion dance, and now they are twice as powerful. And the snowman as well. They form a new single image in the center. Oh, yes! Mr. Naruhodo, it works! I can see in the middle now. It looks so real. Oh, I could look at it all day. Don't. That'll hurt your eyes. I wouldn't advise that. Your eyes might start to hurt. The inner Ryunosuke is coming out. Your turn, Ryuno. But we just did it, though. What's the point? Pretend you're looking through the two pictures and slowly cross your eyes. Keep adjusting the position of your eyes until the two images overlap exactly in the middle. Like this, is it? I'm not doing that again. It kind of hurt a little bit. There! You managed it! So now you know how stereoscopic images work. Well, I don't know who discovered it, but it really was quite extraordinary. So what do you think of these stereoscopic prints then, Runo? They're certainly amazing, but it isn't easy to get the knack of viewing them properly. No, some people find it easier than others. But that's why contraptions like this exist, for people who find it tricky. Oh, I recognize that. We saw one over there yesterday, didn't we? Yeah, there it is. If I remember correctly, you press this little knob here, then set the pair of photographs in this stand at the back and... It's still amazing, even though I know roughly how it works now. Ooh, sick. Well, London seems to agree with you. Stereoscopes are very popular at the moment. You can find one of these folding contraptions in lots of households at the capital currently. But if these little machines are so affordable, surely there's no need to go around staring cross-eyed at pictures like you hate them. Shut up. She was trying to world build.
But it's much more satisfying to be able to see the effect with your own eyes. Well, I think so in any case.
Stereoscopic pictures. I'd never even heard of them until yesterday. We've certainly learned a lot about them, but I wonder if it's knowledge that I'll actually ever need. Yes.
She's tearing up at it?
I don't believe you. I do not believe you. Okay. Oh, poor girl. I get the she's staring at the screen. No, I get you. I remember when I was a little boy and Sonic 06 cutscenes were just coming out. And the one where Mephiles killed Sonic came out, and I was like, "What do you mean they killed Sonic?" I had the same exact reaction. I get that.
There's a music box. Do you have them where you come from, Runo?
Yes, but I've never seen one as large as it is Japan. Oh, you're back? How is your cry?
Oh, well, this'll be a treat. Shall we have a listen?
Oh. Get her some tissues, damn it. Get her some tissues.
What do you think? Isn't it a pretty sound?
It's a beautiful sound, yes, but it's a little hard to enjoy when all the policemen in the room are giving you fierce looks. Oh, man, those are statues. They haven't moved. No, heartless.
Never mind that. If any of them say anything, I'll tell Gregsy to have a word.
Iris Wilson, Superintendent of Scotland Yard. And on the side, Goddess of England, but you know what, hey. Okay. Let's see if we can get moving anywhere. Excellent! Let's try here. The scene of the crime. I mean, oh no, the scene of the crime. Poor Iris. She's clammed up completely.
Iris is bound to find this difficult. After all, Mr. Windibank's life was taken in this very room only last night.
Ixnay on the Windibanky. Oh. Ah. Fair enough. If there's one life lesson, kids, if there's one lesson you need to know, and if there's one room that you need to know how to read, it's a motherfucking crime scene. He did that shit, bailed. Good for him. Good for him. Wait, Inspector. What is it now, Sunshine? You took one look at me and tried to run away. You think a Scotland Yard inspector would run away from some jumped-up little defense lawyer, do ya? Well, I've never seen her ladyship looking like that before, is the thing. I didn't know what to say to her. So you weren't running away from me. You were running away from a 10-year-old. Who's in a lot of stress, motherfucker.
I'm afraid this is all a little too much for young Iris. Some gentle reassurance might go a long way, perhaps, Inspector.
Alright, do your best. Oh no, what could you possibly say to that little old face? Don't trouble yourself unduly, your ladyship. I mean, at least you're not dead, are you?
I don't think that went very well.
And just like that, Mans has quite literally fumbled the bag. Since she's the one responsible for upping your paycheck, this will not go well on the new salary. Why? Look, I'm in the middle of an investigation here, sunshine, and I told you not to get under my feet.
And we have investigating to do ourselves. Yes. I'd like to hear more about what the socially inept inspector has to say. Oh, Hurley. And inquire into how Mr. Sholmes' operation is going.
Alrighty then. Speak to us, Inspector. What's the dealio?
So, Inspector, what do you make of the crime scene here?
Pshaw! You've got eyes, haven't you? Use 'em. It is what it looks like. Nothing more, nothing less.
Iris, could you lend me a hand? So, Gregsy, what do you make of the crime scene here?
Oh, yes, your ladyship. Do allow me to humbly explain.
Last night at shortly after the hour of 1 o'clock in the morning, Scotland Yard police attended the scene.
The one and only door to the storeroom was found locked from the inside.
So it was locked from the inside.
Yeah, spare your heart. Fair enough. Yeah. We'll get back to him eventually, I think.
The lock appears to be broken now, though. Was that the police officer's doing?
Oh, quite right, ma'am. Quite right. We took the liberty of smashing the door in, as humbly as possible.
Oh. As you can see, the victim was discovered prostrate. Oh, I thought this would be something else. I was so worried. As you can see, the victim was discovered prostrate on the floor, thuswise. And next to the aforementioned body, we discovered the vile gutter child. Are you talking about Ginny? She's my friend, you know, Inspector.
Frosty. Yeah, that's what I thought it said for a quick second. I was about to say game. I was scared. Miss Lestrade, the hapless girl, was curled up on the floor, dead to the world.
She's still alive, you know. Yes, when I saw her, she appeared to be unconscious.
And I'm afraid to say, she had the gun that was used in her hand.
No!
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Presumably it's the gun that's still down there on the floor now.
In her pocket, we found the key to the door as well.
What? The key to the storeroom? And you say the storeroom had been locked from the inside, Inspector?
Correct. All of which leaves her ladyship's friend. In something of a sticky situation, I'm afraid. Obviously, my personal opinion is that it's all some sort of misunderstanding.
Of course it is, Inspector. Of course it is.
Now what's the dealio with Sholmes?
Gregsy, do you know anything about Hurley? Is the operation finished? Is Hurley all right? Is he?
The thing is,
Don't mince your words, Inspector. Please. You don't mean to say that Mr. Sholmes is...
Oh, no. The operation's done and dusted.
It's just that, well,
out with it. Shit, she's squared up. Like the dude's mustache. Yeah. I don't know the name of my mustaches, but it's not a handlebar. Because that'd have to be like longer and shit. It's something akin to that. But yeah, solid as fuck mustache.
Yes, ma'am. They use something called a general anesthetic. It's the latest thing. Renders the whole body insensitive.
The whole body anesthesia. Anesthetic. Fuck it, I don't know how to read. Is that even possible?
It means the operation can be completed while the patient is fast asleep.
Goodness, in the Empire of Japan, we can just manage to provide laughing gas for a tooth extraction.
The trouble is, the latest thing isn't always the greatest thing, if you follow my meaning. They couldn't get the medication to work at first, so it took hours for him to nod off. Or so I hear.
Illiterate streamer. What else is new?
And now that the op's finished, they can't get him to wake up, apparently.
Oh my.
No one knows if the anesthetic still is in his system, or if the bloke's just plain exhausted. But anyway, all they can do is stand back and watch until he comes around again.
Hurley.
In the moment he opens his eyes, your ladyship, I swear I shall get the word to you.
What a surprise. Even in matters of life and death, Mr. Sholmes has to do things his way. Wait. Move the screen to... The man's is asleep. I cannot do anything. Going to him will not progress the plot. We have to do the plot first. Then we'll get to him. Eventually. Cowabummer indeed. Anyway, check out this crime scene. Who wants to see outlines of dead bodies? Look at all these articles that have been deposited. The room is stuffed full of them. I can't believe how many there are. A bicycle, a gramophone, musical instruments, even some enormous paintings, look. Pieces of different people's lives, quietly gathering dust in here together. There's something very peaceful about the atmosphere in here. Or at least there would be, if not for the chalk outline on the floor and the policemen shuffling around.
Not much I can do about that, sunshine.
Stay strong, Kari. Stay strong. He'll pull through. That man is made of sterner stuff than you know. Anyway, gun. This is a revolver. A real one. And quite possibly the murder weapon used to take Mr. Windibank's life. What's the matter, Susie? You and Runo look like you're about to faint. Well, it's just that I've rarely seen a gun in the flesh. And I've had issues with guns in the past.
This just in. Guns made of flesh.
But anyway, we saw Mr. Windibank with this yesterday, didn't we?
I shall have to take my own life.
Ah, good times, good times. It must be the same gun. And last night, when I looked through the spy hole in the door to the storeroom here, that was the same gun I saw in Gina's hand.
Mr. Windibank told us that he only ever had a single bullet loaded in his revolver, didn't he?
Alright, I see you, Mr. Confident. And it was your own undoing.
Well, it's empty now. The one and only bullet he had in his gun has been fired. So we can be fairly certain that only a single shot was fired from this revolver. Unless, another gun comes up. In that case, we can claim there were 2 shots. Because Ace Attorney loves doing that. The police have marked the position of the body with the chalk line.
Yep, still blood.
Poor Mr. Windibank. He was a nice old man.
Well, he was shot just once, through the heart. Most likely, the fellow died instantly. He wouldn't have felt a thing.
Anyway, let's investigate it. Stop with the mood swings. Aha! I may very well be able to help with that.
What?
There's nothing like the sight of blood that gets the blood pumping, is there, Bruno?
I have a feeling I'm not as bloodly minded as you, Iris.
I'm afraid the sight of blood makes my blood run cold. There you have it, you see. When it comes to blood, we're all different types.
Yes, what a scientific observation.
So you need this.
Oh no, what is that scary looking thing? We're just now asking about it? We've known her for like 3 cases and now we're just asking about the gun?
Hurley and I haven't actually come up with a name for it yet. But as soon as you see it in action, you'll understand what it does. Watch.
What the fuck? He was an alien with blue blood. How did we not see this coming?
Oh, the color of the bloodstain has changed. There! Does it make sense now?
Yes, I think I'm starting to understand.
Good. It works on the principle that different people have different types of blood, you see.
Blueberry flavored blood. Fuck it, I wouldn't mind.
Yes, how wonderful.
Here's his rainbow. Of course there's a rainbow.
The chemical it fires combines with the blood and makes it change color. So you can identify whose blood it is that you're looking at in a flash.
Here's his laced with cyanide. I'm sorry. No, really, I'm sorry.
Oh, what a fabulous invention, Iris. Isn't it? Isn't it? I bet Jenny would say it's bleeding great.
So, whose blood are we looking at then?
It must be Mr. Windibank's blood.
Yes, this is where he was shot, so there can't be any question of that.
This could turn out to be a very valuable clue. So we simply must make a note of it.
So, like, how does this work? Because we've all probably got, like, different blood in us. Unless I missed that part of biology. If it can show up in different colors, then what determines the color? And is it, like, different hues depending on the person's blood? And if so, then why is his just such an obvious shade of blue? Okay, interesting.
Let's keep testing and adding the results of any other blood analysis in the portfolio. Well, yeah, I get that with, like, different blood types. Well, I mean, I don't think it's ever going to be explained, does it work on blood types or the person's blood? We don't know their blood type. I don't even know if that's even a concept that's been discovered as of yet. But oh well. As long as I have reagent. As long as I have reagent left, sure. Neat. Oh wait. It says I can still investigate. Or not? Iris? Don't worry. I'm alright. But we must find the true culprit. Yes, absolutely. Okay, cool. Little flavor text. That's all it was. Out of all the articles in this storeroom, this is the only thing that shows any sign of being ransacked. What is it, Iris? That's the box file that my manuscript was being kept in. Oh! Iris's unpublished story. The Hound of the Baskervilles. Surely that's not what all this... Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you. We must check inside the box at once. Yes. What's in the box? What's in the box? Come on, man. It was there. Iris's story was there. Really? It was? Well, that's good news, isn't it, Iris? Yes. I mean, of course I believed Harley when he said he deposited here, but still, it's a relief to actually see it. Really? Because that's not a very well hidden frown. Incredible. We have one of the best stories in our possession. But seriously, how the fuck does Susato know about that? What does she know? How much into the script has she read? Yep. Yep. Most definitely the storeroom. With nothing left to analyze, it seems. Okay. Anything else to talk about? Super nope. Anything back in the main shop? We have no plot in the main shop. Fuck. Oh, you know what? Yep, nope, I got you. We gotta do some more blood investigations. Reveal to me your secrets, Hammer. Or not. That ledger that's open on the counter there really is enormous, isn't it? It must be an awful lot of work to keep track of all of these hundreds of items in pawn. It's too much to think about. Better to sell it all and have a clear head if you ask me. But clearly Mr. Winterbank was very careful when it came to the articles in his care. And that was it. Incredible. Alright, what else we got? Ooh, stuff! These shelves are where the pawnbroker puts articles that have been forfeited on display for customers to buy. Yes, it's a really strange miscellany, isn't it? I mean, who would buy this horse statue, for example? Well, sometimes you can find some real treasures among all the junk, you know. Are you alright, Runo? Oh, it's just... Well, it looks like a collection of useless junk as a whole, but when you pick out individual things, you can't help wishing you owned them. Even that horse statue. That's exactly how the pawnbroker works. They're very clever. The joys of window shopping. looking at shit. Wonder what it'd be like to buy it, to own it. Okay. Oh, here's the blood. I hope it's not Windibank's blood. Ah, look here. Oh yes, a bullet hole, and I can see the bullet still lodged in the wall. Presumably Mr. Windibank wasn't practicing with his revolver in his spare time. Ah, I knew it. There were 2 shots fired. Oh, well. Mr. Sholmes liked to practice in his drawing room whenever he can. He's very patriotic like that. Sorry? It's all there in the Adventures of Herlock Sholmes, you know. Isn't that right, Iris? Did I write something like that? Partly in jest, perhaps. In jest? Well, he doesn't do it often. It is quite a dangerous pastime. He doesn't do it often? He shouldn't even do it once. Forget that now, Bruno. Let's examine this bullet. What's that around the bullet hole? Is it blood? A suspicious red stain on the calendar. Aha! This is where I come in. Oh, right. If the blood changes to be the same color as the sample from the storeroom, we'll know that it's Mr. Windibank's blood. Exactly. Here we go then. Pew. And we get green. It's completely different to the color that Mr. Windibank's blood turned in the analysis. It just goes to show, things don't always go according to plan, do they? Nevertheless, we must add this sample to the results of the other blood analysis. That's what we've been saying, it's aliens. The lot of them. We're revealing their true colors. Why can we still examine this? What's the dealio here? Green blood. It just seems wrong somehow. Oh, there are all sorts of different colors. There are pretty pinks and purples too, you know. Like I said, everyone's blood is different. I wonder what color my blood would turn out. Actually, I don't think I want to know. What else do we got? Yeah, we got this thing, and then we got the stereoscope. I'm fairly sure this contraption was here yesterday as well. Here we are, though I'm not confident I can get it closed again. Oh yes, that's a folding stereoscope. Really? This is a stereoscope? Mr. Sholmes showed us a picture yesterday that you were supposed to be able to see in 3 dimensions. But for that he used the great big contraption over there. Ah, well, that's for use of public houses and places like that. It contains a carousel with all sorts of pictures inside. But this little thing is much simpler and designed for use at home. There are special shops selling prints you can use in them. I have a little collection myself. I wonder if I could make money out of these in Japan. It would be keeping my toilet sparkling clean anyway. Neat, we gained nothing. Now for the plot important one. This is that strange contraption that lets you see pictures of things as if they're right in front of your eyes. It makes you think, when Mr. Sholmes gleefully showed it to us yesterday. We were blissfully unaware that any of this was about to happen. Neat. Nothing was gained. Incredible. Okay. What else do we have to investigate? Because there should possibly be maybe like one more thing, but I don't know where to look for it. The cactus. Reveal to me your secrets, cactus. Oh. What the? Okay. The music cut out for a second. Hopefully everything's still fine. Okay. Scale the whole scene. That's what we've been doing. We are in the Ace Attorney problem of we are stuck and we do not know what to do. Is there anywhere we could move? Wait. This place is so much fun. I'm just itching to dismantle that huge clock. She could probably do it too. Who knows? Maybe they'll give it. Who knows? Maybe they'll give that to her in the sequel. I'm gonna elect going back into the storeroom because maybe we missed something. We'll check on your boy later. That is, in fact, where we've been saying he is, yes. Okay. Can I mouse it? Okay, we can kind of mouse it. Like, I feel like there's something that I'm missing. We've analyzed body, gun, chest, flavor text, flavor text, flavor text. And I somehow doubt presenting this shit will do anything with him. Fuck it, we got representation pictures. Or papers. Inspector Gregson, could you give me your opinion on this, do you think? We don't tend to share, sunshine. Not with the general public. Ugh. In that case, Gregsy, how about some herbal tea? Good point. Drink water, friends. Or tea, if that's your deal. Oh, lovely. Thank you very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship. You don't mind sharing that, then? You know what? Maybe examining the blood does nothing incredible. Well, this is a fine pickle we've gotten ourselves into. No one to talk to, nothing to analyze. We're seemingly done. Nothing. Absolutely not a thing. Not even the broken thing on there. Unanalyzable. Not even this dude. Not even all this. Not even all that. Nope. Not a thing. Just nothing to analyze. That's peachy. Very well. We'll check on your boy. See if he's any better. I don't think this will progress anything, but we'll find out. Exactly. Crazy.
Nothing happened. Somehow I doubt this will do anything. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. And the prison's going to be empty. No, it's just going to say that she left.
Gina doesn't appear to be here. I believe she must be in questioning at the moment. Oh, but wait a minute.
What is it, Iris?
Well, if you examine the scene here carefully, there's another possibility, isn't there? Ginny could have slipped the key from the jailer when he wasn't looking and escaped.
Oh my! Why would she do something like that? It would only make her situation worse.
Calm down, Bruno. I was only joking, of course.
Oh. You had me worried there. I thought it was a great deduction.
Yes, it must be your way with words, Iris. You're so wonderfully persuasive. Perhaps you don't fully understand the weight of the words you carry. Oh dear. I'm sorry. I suppose a light-hearted great detective is a contradiction in terms.
Well, in the same situation, I'm sure Mr. Sholmes would have just thrown his head back and guffawed.
I'm not entirely sure that's helpful, Mr. Naruhodo.
Well, anyway, it looks like we won't be able to talk to Gina for a while. We should try to make progress with our investigation in the meantime.
Yes. Come along then, Bruno. Come along, Susie.
Well, at least we got a little flavor text. That's okay. He would've. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I doubt anything would be on Baker Street. Yeah, exactly. There's still a Scotland Yard carriage outside Windibanks.
I never imagined we would be investigating a case so close to home.
It's very convenient. Poor Iris. She's very upset by all this. I'm sorry. I was there. I should have done more.
None of this is your fault, Bruno. So please, don't apologize.
But
It's the criminals who are to blame for this. So let's investigate and work out how to catch them.
Yes, you're right. Wonderful. 14's accepting new players. Neat. I doubt anything would be over here. Fuck it, let's look at the home. Glad I am decent enough background noise. Hooah. It's already been 2 months since we've been taking lodgings here above Mr. Sholmes' office. I still can't quite believe it. I never expected things would turn out like this.
When Hurley comes back home, let's have a big party.
That's a great idea. I'm sure it won't be long. Mr. Sholmes is very tough.
Yes.
Yep. The joys of being in school on a Monday night. Do your homework, friends. Don't let me distract you too much. Oh, never mind. I thought they were supposed to light up. So if we've investigated everything, that is the badge.
Is there something to analyze here, perhaps? Mr. Windibank appears to have used the back of this photograph to write out a redemption ticket. He's written it very neatly, but still, perhaps he ran out of paper, so he had to use anything he had on hand. It's hard to know what's the front and what's the reverse side now. Neat. Nothing happened. This is an adorable little cat. I think it looks a little like Wagahai. I always thought that cats like to curl up inside under the heated kotatsu blanket when it snowed. Maybe British cats are different. Actually, now that we have both pictures, I could have another go at viewing them as a stereoscopic image. So I need to cross my eyes and try to get the two cats to merge in the middle as one. It's such a hard thing to do. Whoever thought of this in the first place must have spent a long time staring. Oh yeah. A kotatsu blanket, all that, and a bucket of chicken. Or should I say karage? Maybe presenting the blood samples to her will do something. The way you can identify differences in people's blood like this is amazing. You really are a genius, Iris. I know. I am. If Hurley and I put our minds to it, we could really shake up Britain's chemists and alchemists. And you can shake up Japan's lawyers and judges, couldn't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, for sure. Even if I didn't intend to. Amazing. Nothing. Let's look in the manuscript. What do we got here? The Hound of the Baskervilles. How did Susato-san know the exact title of this unpublished story? I suppose I'll just have to wait until she's ready to explain it to me. I'm so sorry. The sequel, friends. Wait until the sequel. That's what all that means. Maybe presenting it to Iris? Oh, my manuscript. Mr. Sholmes said he deposited in Miss and Windibank's. That was terrible. Mr. Sholmes said he deposited it at Windibank's, and he had. But it's so strange. What is it about this particular story? I worked so hard on it. Why would Hurley say I can't publish it? I'm afraid I have no idea. All you can do is wait until he's ready to tell you, I suppose. Oh, maybe it's because Hurley isn't in it enough. Maybe I didn't give him enough good lines. Yes, maybe. I wish I could say that definitely isn't the reason, but I can't. Amazing. Nothing is happening, and I don't know what to do. Fuck it. Show him the manuscript. That is examining it. Press the C button. Is that what I think it is? Your ladyship's latest? Yes, my latest story. It's called The Hound of the Baskervilles. Ah, a most fascinating title, your ladyship. Fascinating. And, I don't suppose. Would there be any mention of my humble self in this tale this time? Good question. I can't really remember. I see. Well, why would you, your ladyship? I'll just wait its publication with eager anticipation. You needn't worry, Inspector. I'm sure if you do appear, you won't be doing anything particularly remarkable. Listen here, you little shit. Never mind, he said it better. You looking to be arrested, sunshine? I didn't mean it like that. And even if I did, you wouldn't have bitten your ladyship's head off, would you? Yeah, address your queen, simp. Even though he's not. Do you have a playlist for each game? I do. The Ace Attorney one should be public. And I'll work on the Deltarune one. I have to decide whether or not I want to handle those copyright strikes, because some no-nos were played on stream and Toby Fox owns things, and YouTube just doesn't like that. Like, what the fuck am I missing here? We looked at the manuscript. We looked at the blood shits. Do I have to show him the blood shits? Show him the blood. Wait, we already looked at the blood. I showed him the blood. So this is the second of the two photographic prints of the cat. And it really does look like Wagahai. It looks exactly the same as the first photograph at the first glance. I suppose that's what's so compelling. Actually, now that we have both pictures, I could have another view. Yeah, okay. We've done this. We've done... Wait a minute. I'm dumb. We gotta look at the back. This is the ticket that Gina brought in here yesterday. Yes, having been entrusted to her by Mr. McGilded 2 months earlier. Article deposited one gentleman's overcoat, and the other redemption ticket was in the pocket of that coat. Yes, for a small box deposited 2 days before the omnibus incident. Could that have anything to do with all this? Of course it is. It's Ace Attorney. It's all related. God damn it. I wonder if we can analyze this blood. Mr. Naruhodo, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's something rather troubling here. I have noticed. The red smear, you mean? Yes, it looks like blood, doesn't it? I wonder if Susato-san had picked up on that. Well, in that case, yes, we need Iris. We should show this to her before we forget. Excellent. Plot has been updated. You love to see it. All we had to do was just a little bit of examining. And I think that should be the last thing. Hey, little kid, blood! Oh, that looks like blood! I would say it's from a gloved finger. Almost certainly a glove made of leather. Well, don't worry, Runo. You can leave the rest to me. Fire! And we get... fucking purple? Look at that. Yes, that's a color we haven't seen before, isn't it? We simply must add it to the portfolio of blood samples. It could be an important clue. Although, it would be nice to find out whose blood these different colors correspond to at some point. Well, this particular stain of blood... Oh, you had an idea, haven't you? Do you know whose blood this is? Well, if it's the redemption ticket issued from the pawnbroker owned by the victim, it'd either have to be McGilded or maybe, well, it can't be Windibank. Sure, fuck it. Good old Ace Attorney logic dictates that we say, fuck it, I know the answer. In a few seconds. Yes, I have an idea whose blood it is. Not from the color it turned, but with a little deduction. That's right. I think it's clear. Iris, you know as well? You first, Runo. Who do you think it belongs to? Alright, I believe that this is the blood of... His name is Pop Windbank. Neat. Well, judging by my memory from just a minute ago, they said it was a gloved hand. So it must be McGilded. Mr. McGilded? Yes. After all, this redemption ticket belonged to him. Oh, you don't think? You mean that during the incident on the omnibus?
Like improv, one must say yes and, yeah?
Yes, I expect so. It's a very clear print and no small amount of blood. So it must have resulted from a fairly serious accident, such as he might have sustained on the omnibus. Wait, but if I remember rightly, he probably didn't bleed. No sign of injury was found on Mr. McGilded at all, so okay. Oh. We're trying to work out who the blood came from, so we can rule out anyone who hasn't been bleeding straight away. Yes, I suppose we can. I'll have to think this through some more. Who do we know was bleeding at the time? Well, in that case, it must be the victim. Mason. Thrice-fired Mason? You don't sound very sure of yourself the way you trailed off there. Well, it was 2 months ago now, that case. And of course I never met the victim, so I'm struggling to remember his name. He was definitely thrice-fired, though. The victim? Of the omnibus case? Yes, his name was indeed Mr. Thrice-fired Mason. But that would mean that this blood stain was left on the ticket 2 months ago. Yes, I think it was. Gina brought this ticket here to Windibank's yesterday. I'm suggesting that the blood stain was already on it at the time. So it's a smear of blood from the time that Mr. Mason was killed 2 months ago. God, I love this soundtrack. It's too strong. Something else is coming back to me now. Mr. McGilded was also wearing leather gloves that night. And that was the part I was trying to remember. Oh shit, he super didn't have gloves on. Now I ask yous, what good-hearted soul would rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand. It certainly does look like a leather-gloved thumbprint, this mark.
Oh, you can't really hear this soundtrack? Hold on, what is the audio like? Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Well, that's low as fuck. Nobody told me.
Hold on, let me bump this up for y'all.
That is low as fuck.
Okay, we'll try this much. We'll see if that does anything. Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better. I did not know that audio was so low. I think I lowered it last time because Deltarune was so loud on the clip that I posted on Instagram. No! I want y'all to hear both parts, like, somewhat a little equally. It's not the full experience if we can't get the game's audio as well. And nobody said anything. Y'all really love my voice that much? Hopefully, I did hope so.
But we know that Mr. McGilded had no injuries at the time, anywhere on his body. from which we can conclude that any blood on the glove belonged to the victim, Mr. Mason. Mr. Naruhodo, you sound just like Mr. Sholmes. Minus the quirky slip-ups, I hope. You do that in court. You're balancing out pretty well. Yes, I think you're right, Bruno. Very well. Let's make a note of this.
All right. Bada bing, bada boom.
Oh God, there's still more? Are you shitting me? What do you mean we haven't analyzed everything yet? I thought that'd be it. What more do you ask of me?
No, like really, what more do you ask of me? What happened here?
We had everything.
Is there anything to talk about? Of course not.
Don't listen to what she says. I don't know who's the she you're referring to here. Okay. I feel like there's some off-stream lore happening over here, and I don't know what to do about it.
Mate. I guess we gotta. Well, I mean. Perhaps there's something back in the storeroom? Fuck. Why are we having threatening allegations here? What's happening here? God damn it.
I did not! Mr. Matt Mazatak, send Madison to the principal's office and have her expelled!
Oh shit, too funny.
What did she do? Why do you want her expelled?
Okay. I think there's like a self censor thing, but even then, I don't know. Don't chance it. Okay. Do we now present it? Of course not. Fuck it. Run through the long animations that the animators spend so much time on. Indeed, very lovely tea. Thank you for your commentary. Do we analyze it again? So this smears blood. Yes, it reacted to the chemicals fired out of Iris's strange gun, so it must be. And it does look as though it's a thumbprint from a hand in a leather glove. Ah, Mr. Sholmes wears leather gloves, doesn't he? He wears fingerless leather gloves, though. Fingerless? Oh dear, is someone a little upset? Quite the odd observation. What the fuck do we do do now? What am I missing here? Okay. I'm so confused. What am I missing here? So we've identified that it's the victim's blood. We've got the samples. And there should be nothing else to examine in the storeroom. What am I missing here? I didn't think we'd hit this point. This is a whole lot of nothing. Unless the chat is in the way and I'm missing something oh so crucial. Nope. We are most definitely not missing anything crucial. I'm very confused. Check the discs. I don't think we have the discs. We have no discs to check, I do not believe. Yeah, no. We ain't got discs. We checked the discs like a couple of streams ago, and we weren't able to get anything out of them. Well, not really much else we can do. I think we might have to look up a guide because I'm confused as to why or what to do. No, we've checked everything. Even talked to all the police officers. Analyzed the blood. Alright, I have come to the good conclusion that I have no idea what to do. And I don't think moving anywhere is gonna do anything. We've checked all of this, right? Yeah, no, we checked that. Who the fuck is Julie? That is not what that says. Winterbank's redemption ticket. That is not what that says. I can somewhat read cursive. That is not what that says. It's a goddamn different font, too. It's bullshit.
No, 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 no. Okay, good. No, it's the same thing. Can't exactly check the blood prints. And we're not allowed to read the manuscript. That's for the sequel. Ooh. How adorable. There's even some little text over there. Oh, good old Ace Attorney. Just when you think you're on a roll and you can do no wrong, bam. No idea what the fuck to do. Okay. Maybe one more time. Yoko. Absolutely nothing. Fuck it. Guide. We're finding a guide, because I don't know what the fuck to do. Oh, a clue! Come now, sally forth. We may have progress. Bada bing, bada boom, yeah. Inspector, what do you make of this? Ah, what do we have here then? A redemption ticket for an article deposited here, is it? Nah, not even Strategy Wiki Guide. That requires reading, and we all know how good I am at that. Nope, good old YouTube to save the day. And from 2 years ago, too. Looks like someone ran out of the office stationery and wrote that on a ticket of paper was on hand. Yes, it was the ticket from McGilded's overcoat. The one that little driver turned up with yesterday. Oh, actually, no, it's not. Really? Think you know better than me, do ya? No, I didn't mean to, Bruno's right, Gregsy. It isn't the same ticket. Oh, of course it isn't, of course it isn't. I never doubted you, your ladyship. So, what's this all about then, if I may be so bold to ask? This is a second ticket. A second one? It seems that Mr. McGilded in fact had another article in storage here at Windibanks. Is that right? I think we need to discuss this further with the inspector, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, good, because he's never so easy to talk to. What? Gimme, 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 gimme. This ticket was in one of the pockets of Mr. McGilded's overcoat. Eh? You mean to tell me? Yes. There was more than just the music box disc, it seems. I should have insisted on the lads taking a look at it back at the yard and examine it properly. Well, according to the details on this ticket, Mr. McGilded deposited another article here with Mr. Windibank. Yes, I can see it written here. A small box, was it? Do you have any idea where it is, Gregsy? Any idea at all? It's another article belonging to Mr. McGilded. It could be an important clue. Well, yes, I suppose it could be. Oh, please, stop looking at me with those big turquoise eyes all full of hope and expectation. It's too much pressure. I'll lose me marbles, I will. I'll go bark. This is no time for dog impressions, Inspector. Oh, he's down bad. That is a child. That's enough sauce from you, sunshine. There is one thing that springs to mind. According to this ticket, the redemption's deadline's already passed, hasn't it? Oh, yes, of course. Articles are only held for 2 months. So the small box will no longer be in there, then? That's right. It's been forfeited. Which means it could be on the shelves in front of the shop, wherever the forfeited items are offered for sale. Yes, the shelves in the front. We must search them at once. You're wasting your time. Oh? There are dozens of little boxes out there. Hundreds, even. We can't possibly know which one might have been McGilded's. That information's not written in the ledger. Ugh. Damn you, incompetency, Windibank. Damn you. Well, I think we should at least have a look, just in case. Oh, of course, your ladyship, of course. Very sensible of you, I'm sure. This is getting old. My thoughts exactly. That's why the robbers were probably here? What the fuck? That's probably why the robbers were there, but what? Ah! I nearly jumped out of my skin there! How could Mr. Windibank set up such a wicked trap? I doubt he set it out to scare anyone. Is that really the time? I think perhaps we should pay Gina another visit soon. Oh? Her trial is tomorrow. We must establish whether or not you will be defending her. I think we should ask her one more time. She may have changed her mind. We have the papers and everything. It's too late. We're locked into this bitch. Don't you remember, Bruno? You told her she could rip up the representation papers if she didn't want you to be her lawyer. Really? Did I say that? Yes, you did. The deadline for submitting the paperwork is fast approaching. In that case, we'd better hurry back to the prison and talk to Gina again. Hooray, plot! Vamonos, everybody! Come on, vamonos. Let's all go to the prison. That's right, we're gaslighting, we're girl bossing, we're gatekeeping, all the jazz. Oh, hey, Gina. Gina, good. You're back. Oh, hey, an upgrade. She isn't trying to shoot us. The police must have finished questioning her then. Oh, how was it, Ginny? Was it awful? Oh, didn't bother me. Thank you for the papers you signed before. It meant we were able to investigate at Windibanks. Oh, right. Don't you want to know how we got on? We've been ever so busy. What's the point in asking? Won't change what everyone's saying. That I did it. That's not... Gina, we came to ask for your final decision. What decision? About tomorrow's trial. Will you let me defend you or not? I must submit the paperwork now if you'd like Mr. Naruhodo to represent you. Right. I see. She's really lost her fight all of a sudden. But I know what that feels like. The worry is just so hard to bear.
Oh my goodness, I haven't saved in a minute. Let me do that right now. Let's see, we're right here. We've come so far. Would be ashamed to lose it now. What's poppin', Gina?
Not a whole lot. Understandable.
Oh, all right then. Blimey, give it a rest with the eyes, Iris. So come on then, fill us in. Who done it?
Unfortunately, we don't know that yet. You don't say.
We don't know yet, Gina. But Mr. Naruhodo and all of us know that you are innocent of this crime.
Assuming the case must continue, she's probably going to say yes.
Now you're catching on.
And while we haven't yet managed to work out who the real culprit is, there are a number of interesting facts that we have managed to establish. Oh yeah? Like what? Well, for example, the reason for you being there in the first place. I think I know why you broke into Windibanks that night. It looks like I'm going to have to take some evidence that clearly reveals the reason and thrust it in Gina's face. Or I could present it to her calmly, I suppose. Then let's do that right now. Why not?
We ain't trying to move.
We're trying to present. We found this in Mr. Windibank's storeroom. The manuscript of Iris's latest story. Oh, right. Well, that's good then. Curiously, the storeroom at Windibanks showed no sign of being ransacked for items of value or the like, with one exception. The box file that housed this manuscript. It was you, wasn't it, Gina, who broke open the box containing the manuscript last night? You were determined to find out whether or not the Hound of the Baskervilles was really there. That's the real reason you broke into the storeroom last night, isn't it? Why didn't you tell us what happened? Please.
What? Are you talking to yourself? It just shows you. Wait. What? What the? I was about to say, wait, was there something? Did I say something? Was there something in this that I missed? No, you just you just addressed yourself in the third person for literally over nothing.
Congratulations. You quite literally played yourself.
Anyhow. Oh, curious. Fair enough.
Alright, yeah. This Baskerville story. It's the latest Sholmes adventure, right? But it ain't been printed yet. So I figured It gotta be worth a few pieces of silver, right? Oh yes, at least 5,000 pounds. What? So, you intended to sell Iris's manuscript, did you? No. Ginny, how could you? What? Wait, no, hang on. Of course I wasn't gonna sell it. All I wanted to do was find out if the manuscript or whatever you call it really was there or not. That's the only reason I was in the place. For Iris's sake. Isn't that right? We knew why you'd done it from the start, Gina. Of course we did. But I knew you wouldn't do anything mean like that, Ginny. I just knew it. Well, when I saw the manuscript in the storeroom, it reminded me of what you said the night before. Flashback. Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Bare-faced liars, the lot of them. You just ain't realized it yet. I'm telling you, that manuscript ain't at Windibank's. You'd see as soon as you had a look. Gaslighting 2. Revenge of the Gas. If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes. I mean that I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere. Somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him. Oh, Ginny, that was so sweet of you. Alright. I'll tell you why I did it. Just stop looking at me like that, Iris. War. It went because of Iris. That's not why I did it. I just wanted to know the truth, that's all. You wanted to know if Mr. Sholmes was being honest? If he'd really deposited the manuscript at Windibank's? It's like I told you the night before. I never had a father. Oh shit, here we go. But Iris's lot ain't like mine. She's got a dad, only she can't see him. And I reckon that's gotta be harder. That's why she writes her stories. They're all about her dad, really. That's what it sounded like to me, anyway. Last night, when I was listening to what you were saying. Stories? About Daddy? You mean they're not the adventures of a great detective? So much as the adventures of a great detective and his trusty partner? Well, I mean, yeah. Have you read a Sholmes novel? It's usually through the perspective of his trusty partner. That would make sense. Well, that's how I see it, yeah. You're so thoughtful and so kind, Jenny. Why can't she see her father?
Well, I don't know if you've seen the first case, but we had a certain special guest from England. Yeah, okay, you got it. We had a certain special guest from England who appeared as a surprise guest in court, and yeah.
Yes, and we never thought any differently, did we? Look, give it a rest, will ya? I hate all this chummy nonsense. Do you hear? I hate it. I don't trust no one, right? That's how I work. 'Cause if you don't trust no one can let you down. So leave me alone. Go on, Scarper. I hadn't noticed it until now, but it's unmistakable. Right there on both sleeves of that overcoat are some very suspicious red stains. What? Why are you looking at me like that? I think it might be worth presenting some of our other findings in that area to Gina now. Interessante. Let's find out what's the deal. Those stains on the sleeves of your new coat, Gina, they're blood, aren't they? Not that I know whose blood yet. What? Blood, Mr. Naruhodo? You don't appear to have any obvious wounds yourself, though. So could it be blood that spattered on Mr. Windibank when he was shot last night? Let's not beat around the bush here. This trusty friend of mine will get the results much faster than anything else. Take it easy, Iris. Nope. Don't move, Jenny. I'm going to shoot. Fucking destroyed. Oh. Oh. Oh my. What the? Oh, thank you for the modeling, Jeannie. Didn't really need that. Forget the sleeves. The whole coat is covered in blood. Of course. The black color of the fabric was masking the stains. That's why we haven't seen them until now. And the blood has reacted with a chemical that can turn purple color, which matches one of the samples we've already collected perfectly. Yes, now let's see. Who had the purple blood? Aha! Yes, it was the brickmaker, Mr. Mason, the victim of the murder case 2 months ago. I knew it. What are you all on about? The victim? What do you mean?
I have been told to quiet down. Duly noted. Grape flavored.
It's a rather uncomfortable situation, Mr. Naruhodo, but I think this makes things quite clear. It means the omnibus case is finally solved. The truth about who really murdered the brickmaker, Mr. Mason, is revealed. Oi! Would someone explain what's going on? Stop telling half the story.
Yeah, I got told to quiet down. It's whatever, though.
Why are you looking at me like that? What do you want? Oh, right. We can see now that the victim's blood is all over Mr. McGilded's overcoat. But in the trial 2 months ago, the defendant said this in his testimony. Now I ask yous, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand. But if you look at this overcoat now, it's clear. These stains couldn't have arisen from Mr. McGilded trying to pull the...
Incredible. What a flub.
What a flub. These stains couldn't have arisen from McGilded trying to pull the victim to his feet. No. If that was what had really happened, the blood wouldn't have splashed all over the front of the coat. The only explanation for this pattern of blood is that it splattered over Mr. I keep wanting to say Mr. McGilded, it just rolls off the tongue better. Is that it splattered over McGilded's coat when he was stabbed in the victim in his stomach. I've tried to run from the truth for long enough. But there's no escaping it now. The true culprit in that case, Mr. Mason's killer, Magnus McGilded.
Yeah, yuck it up in the afterlife, asshole.
Mr. Naruhodo, that horrible case is solved at last. And I helped the man walk free from that trial.
I very much did my best to make sure he did not walk free. He very much had plans intact that he could pull to let himself walk free. We said, nah, we need some more investigations. And shit said no.
I used all that twisted testimony and all that sham evidence to prove his innocence. How could I have let that happen?
Well, you didn't know any better. It's okay.
Bruno, did you believe him, though? Did you believe Mr. McGilded was innocent? I believed. Or rather, I think I was trying to believe. I wanted to. Because believing in those you represent in court is a defense lawyer's greatest weapon. A weapon?
I mean, forget about the sword that we obviously carry over, and forget about the evidence, but you know what? We just gotta believe. Parappa the Rappa in this bitch.
Before we came to Great Britain, a great friend of mine taught me a valuable lesson.
A lesson.
You mean Kazuma-sama? Oh.
Listen, Ryunosuke. We lawyers are only human. We can't know for sure what is the truth and what is a lie. Which is why we must resort to our primary weapon. An unwavering belief in our clients. That's all we really have.
Unwavering belief?
Only when we truly believe that our clients tell us can we fight with everything we have for their cause. Him, he, the moment. In any battle, there can be no victory without faith. So I believe you, unwaveringly.
What's funny, Gina? Cool. Sounds like in this empire of Japan you come from, everyone must be soft. Oh, come on. Look at the mess it's gotten you into, believing all that bog trotter. Yes, I inadvertently helped a murderer walk free. Well, at least you've learnt your lesson now, eh? Believing in people's never worth it. Someone always stabs you in the back at the end.
How is his headscarf wavering in an indoor setting? Because he's motherfucking Kazuma Osogi. That's it.
Soon as you let your guard down, you've had it. Take a leaf out of my book. Believe no one, get hurt by no one. Gina, may I ask you something? What? I'd just like to make absolutely sure. What would you like us to do with these representation papers for tomorrow's trial? How many times do I have to say it? Rip 'em up and chuck 'em away. Are you really sure that's what you want? I bet that's what he wants and all now. Mr. I'm a believer lawyer over there. Don't forget it was me that was me. Don't forget it was me in that trial 2 months ago. I led everyone up the garden path, didn't I? And And you're telling me you can believe in me after that? Not likely. Well, Mr. Naruhodo? A lawyer's primary weapon is an unwavering belief in his clients. Ultimately, it comes down to whether or not I feel I can trust Gina after everything that's happened. I can't. This is a choice. That's hilarious. I forgot this is a choice. Yeah. Fuck her. Yeah, well, thou must. But what choice do I really have here? I have to believe in her. Although I can hardly believe myself that I'm making this choice in spite of everything. Let's just put it down to one of life's little curiosities. Gina, let me say it again. Please allow me to represent you in tomorrow's trial. Are you half-baked? Not at all. You've not once admitted to committing the crime, have you? This is true. What's more, I believe that you're telling me the truth. Hey, let's go. Seriously, Mr. Naruhodo, didn't you hear what I said before? I'm a born liar. Fibs just trip off me tongue. And I'm a diver, don't forget. I pulled the wool over your eyes 2 months ago and got you into all sorts of trouble. Why would you ever trust me now? I just don't get it. Gina, I do understand why you chose not to put your trust in others. But I assure you, there is more to this life than you yet realize. What do you mean? The world we live in is full of people you would do very well to trust. People who won't ever let you down. It's true that I'm just a student of law, and I'm currently lacking in courtroom experience. But I can promise you this. Whatever happens, and until my very last breath, I am completely on your side. What would you expect me to say to that? Aww. Then it's decided. I will take these papers now and carry out the necessary preparations for tomorrow's trial. It would be a shame to throw them away now after it's been penned with your name so beautifully. Do what you like. You Eastern Lotter. I don't know what you are. I don't get you.
No, we did it. We melted her heart.
Gina's taken herself off to the back of her cell. She'd never admit it, but I hope she's feeling relieved. That turned out alright in the end, I think. Don't mind that, the world is just glitching in the background. Whoever's hiding there, show yourself at once. Eavesdropping is the height of cowardice. Miss Usato? Somebody's there in the shadows. I can sense it. Somebody who wasn't there before. What? Oh, fucking shit. Blimey, you're sharp, eh? Oh, okay. I had no idea who that was. I suppose you were using one of those mystic Japanese arts, like the art of stealth I've heard so much about. If anyone was being stealthy, it was you, Inspector. Rexy! Oh dear me, I'm most terribly sorry, your ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you. How long have you been listening in on our conversation? Oh,
Good grief! Listening in? No. I just got word that there were some visitors who refused to leave even though it was after hours. I assure you, your ladyship, I only just arrived this very minute, not a moment earlier. That's all it is. Nothing untoward, nothing at all.
After hours? Is it that late already?
So then, I humbly excuse myself now, your ladyship. Ta-ta, toodaloo, cheerio, all the best. Bye, bye, and bye.
That's a lot of farewells, and not one of them appropriate for her ladyship.
She's going through withdrawals, ladies and gentlemen. Poor Kari just wants to see Sholmes just once.
Oh, but I wanted to have a chat.
I'm terribly sorry, but time is pressing at the minute.
Oh, I see. That's a shame.
If I don't get this emergency at the Supreme Court dealt with sharpish, Lord Strongheart will, well...
Emergency?
Lord Strongheart? Nothing! Forget I said anything. Anyway, I'm off.
Alright, Gregsy, if you have to, but let's chat soon.
Delighted! Charmed! Can't wait. If you please, my pleasure.
That's a lot of pleasantries, and not one of them sounded sincere.
And then he faded from existence.
Gregsy's so funny. He says such silly things.
It's certainly entertaining to see an inspector of the police fawning over a 10-year-old girl. But anyway, I wonder what this emergency is at the Supreme Court. How's it going so far? I thought you've been here the whole time. Been so good, you. It's going good. I don't think we've had any stream fuck-ups. No one said that so far. So that's amazing. I must attend to the court clerk. Blah, blah, blah. I must attend to the court clerk's office now before it closes. Yes, of course. Thank you, Miss Usato. And a graceful bow. Kindly escort Iris home now, Mr. Naruhodo. I shall meet you there later. And so our investigation came to an end. Susato-san went to file the necessary papers for my defense of Gina the following day. No. None of that. And then it hit me. I could no longer suppress the wretched feeling that had been gnawing away at my insides. Tomorrow, Susato-san will be leaving. Our MVP. Leaving Britain and making her way back to Japan. Shit. What do you mean I'm gonna have to do this by myself? We're gonna get slaughtered. Indeed. This shit sucks, man. Swag. Naruhodo-san, it's been a very tiring day, hasn't it? I do hope you're not too exhausted. What about you, Susato-san? Today has been even more trying for you, I'm sure. Mr. Sholmes was shot before our eyes. Gina was arrested. All on the back of the news that her father has fallen ill and that she must return to Japan at once. There you go. Don't you just love it when the game comes in clutch reminding you of things? Thank you, game. I hope your father recovers soon. Thank you for your kind words. I wonder why it is that so many thoughts rage in my head like a storm, and yet I seem unable to find the words to express any of them. I know exactly what you mean. Anyway, I have one final task to complete as your judicial assistant.
Once that is done, I shall make preparations for my departure tomorrow. One final task?
Okay, no, come on. I super duper doubt. No, I'm not examining anything. We're almost. Okay. We will hit right on time for the trial for next day.
It's just 2 months since we arrived in London, but we've managed to establish this office. It was finally feeling as though we were settling in. I would be lying if I said I felt no regret. I'm so sorry, Susato-san. It's just so sudden. I really don't know what to think. I've had no time to gather my thoughts. I know we've only been here a short time, but in my limited experience in the courtroom, I felt I've learned something. And what would that be? It seems to me there are many facets of people's personalities. Facets? And like a jewel, the light plays off of them in complex patterns, illuminating their actions and their motives. But we see only a small number of the total facets, and what is illuminated is only part of the whole story.
People wear different masks. Persona.
What lies in the shadows? What do those facets we cannot see look like? Perhaps there are some parts we'll never lay eyes on for as long as we live. That's so true. Sometimes I feel as though I'm blind to so much, but I keep hoping that one day it will all become clear. That all the facets will be illuminated, and I'll finally understand how everything fits together.
Man, this game is setting up its sequels so fucking hard. I hate it, and I want to get to it even faster.
Naruhodo-san, I suppose what matters is that we keep our eyes open and keep moving forward, even if the way sometimes seems dark. It's amazing to think it's just been 2 months. You've really grown so much.
Sorry? I've what?
Oh no, it was nothing. Unimportant. Do you know what time you'll have to leave London in the morning? Yes, I picked up my ticket earlier. I shall be leaving here at 4 a.m. I see. Well, I'll escort you to the station. Absolutely not. Sorry? I'm sure you realize why I couldn't possibly let you do that. You have a very important day ahead of you tomorrow. Gina's trial. Yes, I know, but every word you utter will have the potential to determine Gina's fate. You must get as much rest as possible. Even though, like me, I'm sure you will find it hard to sleep.
Still looks like he's grown mentally. I guess mentally. I don't fucking know. It's only been 2 months. Kind of hard to change physically in 2 months. Yeah, Daichi from Ikea. Yeah, it's that whole sort of black hairstyle. Not too, what's the word I'm looking at? Distinctive type of look to him, I guess. It's just decent looking enough. That's what that man is. He's decent looking enough. But if you squint at it hard enough, you may think he's kind of cute. But what do I know? What do I know?
But please, for me, do try.
But what is the one final task? Pray tell.
You mentioned one final task a moment ago. What did you mean? Oh my, I nearly forgot. Please, I want you to have this.
Good boy type beat. Yeah, basically.
What is that? Some huge bundle of documents. It's my notes from the case 2 months ago. The murder that was committed on the omnibus. The McGilded case. It seems to me that this case of Mr. Windibank's murder, of which Gina is accused, is very much tied up with that omnibus case in ways that are not yet completely apparent. So I took the liberty of consolidating my writings about the case for you. Oh, she's the fucking goat. I love it. With everything else she's had to think about, Susato-san still managed to do this, and all neatly laid out for me in her beautiful handwriting. It was my pleasure. I can only hope that it will bolster your case tomorrow for Gina. Thank you so much, Susato-san. I will do my best to use it wisely. You really are the best judicial assistant in the world. MVP. Well, that's extremely flattering. But I'm sorry. But I'm sorry to say that I've been a complete failure. Sorry? I didn't quite catch what you said there. Oh! Ignore me. I was just mumbling to myself. Are they friends in Japan? Will they meet up again? Find out in the sequel that we'll eventually get to. Yepperoonie. Goody, our final little piece of evidence. Yeah, they'll super meet up again, no doubt, for sure. Well, it's getting rather late. I think you should go to bed now, Naruhodo-san. I must finish packing up my things in my room. Yeah, I don't know why she said she's a failure. Susato-san, I wish you the very best of luck tomorrow. Good night. Wait, there's something I need to say. Hiya! Oh. What was that? A secret technique of mine. The Susato shutdown. Damn, you could just say, just don't want to talk. You didn't have to assault me like that. Shutdown? Please, I implore you. If we have to voice our goodbyes, I won't be able to hold back my tears. But you didn't have to flip me, you son of a bitch. Susato-san. It truly had been a trying day. On our feet for hours, getting Gina to open up to us, and learning the truth about the nemesis of a case. Physically and mentally, I was exhausted, and yet the idea of sleep seemed impossible. But I forced myself to close my eyes. And as a cacophony of scenes of our lives here in London played through my mind, eventually, my fatigue triumphed, and I fell into a deep sleep. Ellipses. Ellipses. What do you mean it's still going? St. Sinner's Hospital? Why is it still going? We're so close. We got 3 minutes, it's okay, we can do it. Yes, I quite understand. That is a great weight off my mind.
Who's talking here? It is he! Rest assured, I shall put everything in place, exactly as we have discussed.
Thank you so much. Oh, I know what this is. Okay. It has been an honor and a pleasure to be acquainted with you, Mr. Sholmes.
On the contrary, the pleasure has been mine. I bid you farewell, and Godspeed. My dear madam.
Well, look at that. He was fucking fine. See? All that worrying for nothing. Yeah, look at that. You got to see him at last. Alrighty then. We are at the trial. No, shut up. No, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. We're leaving. We're leaving. It's over with. I gotta wake up early tomorrow anyway. We're fucking done here. That's all you came here for? Now you're just gonna leave? Incredible. You was indeed splendid. Okay. Where the hell is OBS? Well, would you look at that? It's been a minute since we have had a stream where we've had minimal technical fuck-ups. You will love to see it. That was a lot. Okay. A decent-sized audience on a Monday night. This may be viable. But I understand that y'all are busy as students, and so I greatly appreciate you being here, as always. I guess for tomorrow, I'll see who shows up. Run some Deltarune. Because despite what I've been saying, we can't keep the Jevil waiting. And maybe if we finish that in a 2-hour time span, we can eventually get to chapter 2 and see what that was about. But yeah, we've hit our little old deadline. And I suppose I will see y'all next time. So hey, spread the word. We're 20 followers away from hitting that motherfucking affiliate goal, so spread it to the word. And I'll stop being as anal as I am about it, because it's just sort of all I want. But you know what? Yeah. What does Swagabon? He was actually here. That's crazy. That's okay. I noticed you were there the whole time. But okay, that's enough. It's enough rambling. I'll see y'all tomorrow with Deltarune. Ta-ta!